twist and a grin. Steve and Alan diving in again.
Britain is in the grip of a vomiting epidemic.
Are we sure? He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Steve and Alan, almost daily. Laughs and facts, served out plainly. You're dose of wit, it's never shady. Steve and Alan, almost daily.
Hello and welcome to another Stephen Allen's Almost Daily. I'm Stephen Allen. It's a day. What more do you flipping want? Yes, let's just address that elephant in the room straight out the traps. I went to the dentist this morning, part one of getting the crown. I did think of doing like a previously on the crown. It wasn't worth it for the joke. Plus also my face hurts. It's kind of coming back now. It's kind of coming back, but a little bit numb in places, and sorry if I look a little bit Helen Daniels. That might not be a reference that everyone gets, but the episode when Helen Daniels was on the sofa, or lips down on one side, yeah, I'm a little Helen Daniels. But anyway, I think it's absolutely fine. It'll be. I don't think it's going to impinge or impact the show. And anyway, so anyway, cheers. Right. So, thankfully I did put. Look at me, prepared. Welcome along. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Charlotte's saying hello to someone. Hang on. You may call me Queen Charlotte. Oh, there's been a promotion, has there? Do you know what? A little side note. All the kids, because I've got two kids and they're play schooly, toddler age. Everyone keeps talking about Princess Elsa from Frozen. Right? Oh, let's play princesses. Let's be Anna or Anna. How weird do they pronounce that? Or Elsa. She's a queen. Literally, the plot of the film only kicks in when the parents die. She gets promoted, or that's not the phrase, is it? But she gets coronated. She gets coronated up to being queen. Honestly, they don't respect. That's the problem with the kids these days. Steve's Stallone impression is very realistic. I can't do one. That was going to come out more Helen Daniels than it came out Stallone. Joodles, Helen Daniels is pretty fierce. Thank you. That's what I should have done. I should do the entire show. I should have got a pipe so I can. I should try and do. I was meant to be Popeye and that didn't come out right either, did it? Sebastian's here. Good afternoon, Steve. I hope you are well. I hope you've had a great week. Wishing you all the very best. I'm all right. Yeah. They took a mould to have the crown fitted, and she got most of the mould, by the looks of it, in my beard. So there might be a chance you see some. Oh, I can't even feel that. Oh, feels like someone else is doing it. No, let's not. Let's play Princess Diana. Wouldn't be so good, says Proper Memes. True. We're not like in America where they teach driving at schools. Corrupted, says Joodles. And Helen was a good painter. They say the same about adult. Well, let's not go down that. There's no need. Oh, I got a bit on me. So welcome along. It won't be the normal show. The prep on this show has been small. I've been sitting in a waiting room. I've been filling in the thing. I didn't write corrupted. Bloody phone, says Joodles. It knows, though, doesn't it? The algorithm knows. It's trying to send us a message. Okay. Should we start off today with a look at these little things? Front pages. I'm saying that for the audio-only people if I get around to uploading it. Let's see what's happening in the front pages. Ooh, there it is. I don't know. Well, I even covered these last night as well on the telly, but I can't remember. We didn't talk about the Mirror. Trump's war threat to Iran. Good. It would be really nice, wouldn't it? We've not had a lot of wins in 2026. It'd be nice if one of them was like the Iranian regime toppling. It'd be nice to have 3 photos instead of the 2 photos they have with Iran. Like, look what they're like in the 70s. Look at the Norks on that. That's basically the pictures they show you, isn't it? Whoa, look at the miniskirt. And then modern day Iran, less. No, not fewer Norks, actually. Yeah. It would be nice if it were a little triptych, if you don't mind me saying. I'm amazed I can say with this face. A little triptych of 3 pictures. The Norks, the repression of women, back to the Norks. If there's one thing I'm in favour of in this world, well, that might not be the hot take you're after on it. This is, free the nipple campaign, all of that stuff. Because I, too, am a feminist. Is that where this is going? I don't know. So that's the Trump's. Yeah, let's hope Iran topple. The people of Iran should rise up. I'm all in favour of that. Don't be hard on Brooklyn. Is that the thing? We actually do have a Brooklyn story. Should we let it out? Or leave the thing for later? There actually is details of the... I think that's the story. Not sure what's going on in that relationship, but for the money, you'd be all right with it, wouldn't you? Front page of the Daily Mail. Can you tell from these women's faces who is a serial cheat and who's always been faithful? No. Because if you could, they wouldn't have got away with it and therefore wouldn't be serial cheats. If the question were, who could you... can you tell who's a one-off cheat? Maybe. Yeah. Countdown to conflagration. Big fancy word. I think it comes from the Greek meaning to gather stuff together and set fire to it. Yeah, same story. We've covered it. Look at the education on this show. I might not be right. I half remember that story. I like this one. Daily Express. Kemi, my party is for serious people and not drama queens. You don't want that. You're not going to get on any of the front pages other than the Express. And then the reason you're on that is because they don't have some story about statins to try and keep people alive who read the darn thing. I see the point, though. If anything, I think all of these defections are going to end up being bad for reform. Because they got away with having this, like, look at us, we've got no tarnish on our record. We've not been around long enough to have a record. Even though, and people kept quoting like things like, oh, look at the 13% of the vote went there. That's unprecedented. If you compare it to the Brexit party and UKIP before it, there's been steady growth. But let's rebrand every so often so you can make it look like you've gone from 0 up to there. But good. Yeah, Kemi's she's gonna struggle without drama queens. You're gonna need some drama queens, otherwise no one's listening to you. We're rattling through these, aren't we? Starmer meets Xi in historic visit to Beijing. Do you know what? We'll do that now, because I don't actually know we do have a story. Let's go into this bit. Kiers on China syndrome alert. PM eggshells over states. I don't know. Again, it's not just me, is it? Keir Starmer is trying not to upset Donald Trump while seeking a trade deal with China. The PM is walking a political tightrope as he hopes to boost Britain's economy. And I said this on social media the other day. I think it's better if you're being spied on by friends. It just is, isn't it? You know, I don't know why. Look, we spy on everyone. They spy on us. Yeah. I mean, if you've been spied on, you don't necessarily let the people who are spying on you build a big mega embassy with redacted basements. But fair enough. But and also the thumbnail to today's show, as done by Proper Memes, is me meeting Xi Jinping. And so I had a challenge, didn't I? It's always good of you to make the thumbnails, Proper Memes. But it did mean I had to come up with some Xi Jinping material. We didn't really talk about it loads last night. There was a thing about having a deal to not make the engines for the dinghies that get people across the channel. All right, good luck with that. I think they're still going to have to make some engines, otherwise we live in a planet with no engines. I think it's a stupid plan. It's slightly better than the one in, one out, which would have been the plan. You know, the number of people who swim all the way from China to here, we'll send them back. That probably was floated, which is not what would have happened to the people, but eventually they thought it was a dumb idea. However, I did try and do some work on this. So, Proper Memes, you inspired me. Seeing as, what's his chops? Keir Starmer went over to China to meet Xi Jinping. And it made me think, instead of doing my analysis through the medium of talking with my numb face, why not sing? She may be the man he went to see. Starmer has taken another knee. Bum. I didn't write anything else. I was at the dentist, have you heard? I didn't get to write these words, and just trying to make them up, it's a little harder than it looks. I was at the dentist, what are you going to do about it? Into the chat, where we got to? Superfan. Oh, please, hang on. I've missed something. Oh, hang on. I have to go up over here now. It's zoomed off the page, isn't it? Hang on. I can scroll back. I can scroll back these days. I think I've been blocked, says Queen Charlotte. Messages aren't going through. You're right. I didn't read that one. I see you, Your Majesty, says Chris. All right. Now we're getting into something over there. Other chat promote superfans, but Steve's chat censors superfans, like Charlotte and me. Ew! But you're there, aren't you? Have I just... Are you Tyler Durden and you've been in my head all this time? Let's have a look. What have you done, Charlotte? Don't ask that on the chat. You will get it edited out. Superfan. Oh, please, I see what's happening. Is Charlotte a drama queen? Does that mean you don't get to join the Tories or something? Afternoon all, says Martin. Martin's here. Proper Meme says, I'm a serial cheat. I only buy Tesco's value Choco Snaps instead of Cocoa Pops. Now, hang on. Was not ready for there to be a joke in this show. Please hold. Was not ready for there to be a joke in... Yep. Let's have a look. My party, what a drama queen. It's her party and she'll cry about rubbish if she wants to. Steve's Timu can stream directly to Sheet. Oh, because I've already ordered the wig. We've got the wigs here now and I need some more fake glasses. If you're listening, more of these, please. Let's have a look. That sounded like cheating ping. Well, I got me face. Half me face works. I'm getting by on half a face today. Can we get some credit for it? Why not sing? We learnt nothing. And lol, this is fabulous. Even I realised I didn't get time to redo it and do auto-tune. Sorry about that. And they can't talk about it. And some tomatoes being lobbed at me. Well, there we go. Well, I do take it as a compliment, fruit and veg. 1 of you 5 a day. Good evening. I went to the dentist the other day. Right. Are we still on flipping front pages? We've not got through this guff yet. Wouldn't she? Spend it like Beckham. They bought some wine. Have I got the actual story of that? I can't remember if I think I've got it in here. Try and see if we can track it down. No, we'll do it now, shall we, just in case. There was a story on the front page of the Times that pointed out that Nicole, Peltz, gets paid $1 million a month by her parents. But her parents are billionaires, and this is not that shocking. It's a big amount of money, but fair enough. She is gorgeous. She is absolutely loaded. I would throw my family under the bus for that too. Why are we picking on the guy? However, I thought to give you something that's not me slurring out the side of my face, I'd play a clip from last night. When we did talk about this, I was invited onto the telly, I don't know if I've mentioned that, to talk about stories of the news. And you know me, I like to bring high-level political debate and satirical analysis of any news story. However, it went a bit more like this.
Who here could live comfortably off $1 million a month?
How to live on $1 million a month like Nicola Peltz.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn and Nicola are given $1 million a month. A month! By her father.
Do I have to sleep with Brooklyn? It's not a deal breaker, I'm just asking. For that much money, I just need to know.
Well, he's the one receiving it because this is coming from Nicola. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah,
that wasn't me.
That was not me. Thank you.
Sorry. That's what I do for a living somehow. Imagine that. Somehow I grew up to be someone who does botty jokes on the telly. Right, you're up to date on that one. That's all the front page is done, actually. They can't talk about it, says Ems. And afternoon coffee, Joodles. McCuffy saying hi to Joodles. I've got some wine too. Where's my front page? How expensive is the wine? I don't blame you for having wine. And Ems says Nina's face was a picture. I know. I feel bad sometimes doing... she is a proper political correspondent, pundit. All those words, right? And there's me go, way, botties. All right. Let's get stuck inside some of the real business. Here we go.
Let's get inside the news.
Start off with this story. Badly prepared show today. Let's see what happens. Wobbly tooth call from 999 nuisance. Right up my street. A pest rang 999 to ask for help because they had a wobbly tooth. These ain't wobbly. Oh, no, baby. Cracked. But just got a thing on the side. The caller told the operators, I've got a molar tooth which has come out of its socket tonight. I probably wish, actually. Be nice, wouldn't it? It's hanging on by a thread. I don't wish for that. There's every so often, they do this list of things that people have called 999 about. I think we need a system. You can call 999 and the NHS free at the point of use and all that lark. If you are in need, we will send you an ambulance. Ambulant. There you go. Then If you need one, we'll send one. If you don't need one, we won't send one. But if you do something that stupid, we just send an assassination squad. Yeah? So it's a bit of a risk. I think I need to call an ambulance. Are you sure? Because if you are one of those absolute, idiots, absolute faces, then you will get taken out. Like ICE in America. Like that. Is it a bad idea? Yes, we'll move on. Thank you for letting me just, run through some of the ideas. See if you like these apples. Octopus invasion of UK is wiping out shellfish. An octopus invasion is wiping out shellfish. They just said that in British waters, threatening the livelihoods of dozens of fishermen. Oh no! I mean, it's also a bit worse news for the shellfish. We really have made this a bit human-centric, haven't we? More than 400 tons of the creatures, wow, 5 times the average, were landed in 1 month. We've got a lot of octopus. The solution is to eat more octopus, isn't it? I think in general, if you have too much of one thing, eat it. I've often thought I don't like eating octopus. They're incredibly intelligent. But now I'm hearing it's kind of too many of them. It's time to start eating. I mean, don't solve all problems like that. If that's the next Keir Starmer plan to deal with the boat crossings, I'd be against that. There's nuance, is all I'm saying. Either way, it's a story about not protecting our borders, isn't it? Let's have a look. Octopus eating all the crabs is a bit selfish. It's a bit selfish. It's difficult to land that one. What's all the fuss with these ambulance drivers? Police turn up for non-crime incident. Yeah, they do, don't they? That's part of the problem. A non-health incident. Get on some sort of register. We should do more of that. These are in the wrong order. We need to do the dull stories at the start first. No, actually, this is not dull, but it is a page 3 story. Not often I cover these kind of things, but I say that, not in that way. But not after the dentist. Sizzling Sydney Sweeney dials up the heat in seductive black lace underwear. I remember black lace. I didn't think they wore stuff like that. Aga do, Aga don't if they did. Aga didn't. But I was just going to say, sometimes things are sexy. Sometimes there's a certain level of underwear where you think you're just getting away with this. If you were 40 years older and you're walking out like that, we think you've lost the plot. Do you know what I mean? The first sign of dementia if you leave the house in just your pants. Isn't it weird? It's a very, very thin slice in someone's life where this is an outfit you can get away with. And I have gone past it. I'm over here. Hi. Right, this one. Hat'll make you go bald. Friction. No way. I need to be able to zoom in more, don't I? Wearing a woolly hat is making us go bald, hair experts warn. The news will trouble woolly hat-loving Brits. I don't know why it's ridiculous we're picking on him, but the idea is the repetitive friction created by regularly taking winter headwear on and off increases the risk of hair loss. It's bad news. It is bad news. I don't know if I've ever admitted this, slightly thinning. And so I am worried. But the friction, I don't blame the hats. I blame whichever idiot came up with the idea of getting balloons to stick to walls. What a prat I've been. I didn't realise. I used to love that. Not doing it now. I blame the balloons. Balloons are making us go bald. That's the actual story here. Very complicated, says Proper Memes. I don't know what story we're talking about, but my analysis of the news is very complicated. Botticelli, very cultured, says Martin. Nice. I've done that one. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dog like a dog. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the shellfish. Still difficult to land that joke. Schiff Sweeney. Not often enough. Well. And lunch has arrived, says Chris Hood. Good, thank you. Hey, I got several woolly hats and definitely not bald. How much money did they get for that research? Also, I suppose, is it bad news? I don't want to go any balder on their head, but it's going to happen. But some people might want to be more hairless elsewhere. I should start wearing woolly... Oh, damn it. It's all very well being half come up with a joke, improv it, but if you can't get it out of your face, take two, we'll take it out in post. I should start wearing a woolly hat on my back. That's the upshot of that one, isn't it? Can't really fit over my back. Well, still, there are other things. Good evening. Couldn't do that joke in front of Nina. Poor old lady. Oh. Proper memes. 4 comments now censored from stream chat. Is it? What have you done? What did you say? Well, you can't tell me, can you? Honestly, there are no settings. Are there any settings? Block proper memes. All right. Look, moderation activity. Off. Do you want me to turn it on? Moderation activity. What? I've turned it on. Shall we see? See, I mean, it can't be better, but we can try it. Doodles, mine about octopi and bath mats also got censored. But where were you shoving the bath mat? You can't do that to an octopi. Right. Octopi, obviously, you're aware it's the wrong plural. We're all enjoying the wrong plurals there. Of course we are. Octopus comes from the Greek, not the Latin. If ever there's a live stream that has an audience that knows that, this is it. But still, even so, you can't be cramming that up there. And that's all we've got there. So we'll see if it's. Let me know if it's better. It can't be better. Sean and Bez plug undies at Dry Bar. Happy Mondays legend Sean Ryder has landed a new gig plugging male nappies. Promoting, because plugging seems like there's a different meaning there somehow, isn't there? It's going to blow. Let me put my thumb in it like it's a... Well, you can't say that word on YouTube. Even I'd get censored. He and Manchester bandmate Mark Bez Berry, 61, are banging the drum for tenor men. Which part of me wants to do a joke that ends up being about 5 guys. I just can't be bothered to put it all together. You know what? It feels like there's a lot of work to get those pieces in place to let the punchline be, I prefer 5 guys or something like that. Went out to 5 guys twice, tenor men. I don't know. You do it. Oh, look, I get to choose. Show or hide? Show. This message is held for review. I think I should hide that one. Oh, sweet mercy. Right, see if they crop up. Octopodes, yeah. Because it's the plural, because it's about feet, innit? Pod. Where we got top chat and all chat. You're on all chat. We're not on top chat, we're on all chat. Let's check. Live chat, actually, not all chat. Live chat, not all chat. This is thrilling, isn't it? I can see my comments on this side of chat, but they don't appear on the screen. Butt plug undies, says Charlotte. Okay. Is that what's being... So look, Baz Standas alone on the Tenement Square. I read it out wrong, but to be fair, no wonder it was held. These are the ones that are being held back. I know why you were being censored now. There's nothing like a little Tiananmen Square toilet humour to really fit to the... Proper memes, you've been cancelled. And I've been shadow banned on X for months now. Me too. Or I'm not popular. It must be shadow banned. Too much ketamine requires those adult nappies, says Emsicles. And you would know because you are from Middlesbrough. I should have had that up there. Yeah. PM, really, no way. And the top chat is known as boss chat in America. Martin, the best joke. Oh. Best joke you've ever done. Low bar. Kidding. All right. So where do we get to? Let's do some more news stories. Oh, I didn't read this one, but I'm sure it's going to be right up our street. Folks who refer to sex as nookie are officially ancient. Says well, I think they mean old. They don't mean ancient. But let's find out, shall we? It found those who refer to bonking as a bit of slap and tickle or making love are considered old. Some 76% of Gen Zers even said they have never heard of the phrase a knee trembler. Fair enough. While the term rumpy bumpy also left them scratching their heads. Don't scratch it. Oh, I see. The saucy poll, I think I knew her once, They call it... Oh, hang on. Doing the deed among the 20-something is a link. Is it? I do radio shows, and I do a link between every second song. No wonder I'm looking tired. A sneaky link, followed by Netflix and chill. Yeah. Any other phrases here that I could use? Just checking in case... No, because I tried to find the clip, but I couldn't find it. Didn't have time. But remember when there was some pushback from things I'd said on GB News on John Oliver's TV show on HBO? John Oliver's Last Week Tonight had a little compilation of people on GB News saying things dismissively about Gen Z. And it included me with half of a joke that I was doing. Just the setup, none of the punchline. And my bit was me saying, these Gen Zs, they don't leave the house to go to work, they don't have sex, ... The punchline was like, I didn't realise I was a Gen Z. They trimmed that bit out, so it just looks like middle-aged old me going, young Gen Zs aren't even having sex. And I would like to thank everyone for not doing the joke that maybe they were just saying they don't want sex with me. It feels like we all missed that joke at the time. It was obvious. It would have worked. The idea that these Gen Zs would have been like, not really into that, Steve. And I would have extrapolated it to mean they're not interested in sex. Yeah, really missed it. Oh, message retract. No, retracted. I can't do much about that, but I can on it. Most people... Hang on, it moves it too quick. I won't say where I call it on here. Most people have Nookie Bear. The references on here are great. This is all stuff from my childhood. In fact, you're ruining my childhood. Top chat, did that one already. And we're up to date. I think I've got all the chats. Now, here we go. Here's another one. Sid's underwear looks like a mood killer. So much work to get it off before getting down to business. Yeah, that's... Tell you what, proper memes, that's what ladies love to hear. You're all about efficiency and speed. I think that's what ladies are into. Don't worry, love. It won't take long. And yet still the Gen Zs were like, I'm not really into it. Because they don't understand the words, do they? Gen Z call it a link because they send hyperlinks to each other. Yeah. Different kind of virus you get. And well done, Coffee. What's Coffee said? Jude just said Joodles and then said Charlotte. Have I missed something else? No, that'll do. Right. No, we'll move that one to because this is the one that goes first. Look at this pile of ridiculousness. World Cup war. Morocco and Spain fight to host 30 final. A World Cup war has broken out over which of the three host nations will stage the final in 2030. Spain, basically the point is, one of the three, they all want to host it. Now's the wrong time to throw around the word war, isn't it? Do you not think? During a time when the world's got a lot of war going off in it. Back during those peace times, during the peace, one of the things that is the peace dividend is you could call things war when they were just a disagreement. And now you've got Trump's Armada, great music act, but also a ship, and more than one ship, heading to Iran. Is it landlocked? I don't know. How's it get in there? There's other things in the Middle East. There's Ukraine. There's probably at some stage Taiwan. Actual wars going on, and they're going, there's a war breaking out over football. Football's the one thing that carries on during wars. We remember that during that Christmas thing. What a dumb-ass piece of analysis. Part 2, this one. The nation's worst pizza crimes have been revealed. Not crimes. At a time when there are stabbings aplenty. So both that and chopping up the pizza involve knives. So, I'm not going just off on one here. Research by East Pizza found that covering a takeaway in ketchup or putting fish on top were condemned by a third of Brits. I'd say what should be condemned by more Brits. Crimes. Remember crimes? Shoplifting, all of those. We're using the wrong words. I call it fudging. That's the tame version. Good. Because, yeah. Because for a second there, I did think you have to bring a chocolate bar along with you. And it's just enough. FIFA would never be allowed into the Tory party. You drama queens. It's war. Disagreement via email. Spain v Morocco for the FIFA Peace Prize. And removing the toppings. It's just bread. Good point. That's a good point. If only FIFA had some sort of prize that encourages peace. But no one would take such a thing seriously, Martin. I love your comment, but surely only a fool would consider that to be a serious thing. Speaking of fools, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's been wearing a few hats, hasn't he? Here he is. Lego fanatic Malcolm Haynes. It feels like Malcolm Haynes is a character we used to use on the MASH report as like bland, generic character. Has vowed to grow his collection after splashing out on a Star Wars Death Star model with his £1 million lotto win. WW3. Does it say how old the other ones are? How old the kids are? There's one there. I mean, look, I'm not an expert in being a dad, but when you become a dad, stop buying toys for you. That's the one time when you've really got to admit it's time to buy stuff for the kids. I don't understand people who buy Lego. Grown people who buy Lego. Buy the actual thing. It's like, I mean, it's a while ago, so it might have gone up in price. But in Watford, they had a Lego shop, and I went in there to have a look around. I'm not into Lego, so I was just being chippy about it, right? And there was the Death Star, and it was £800. You can get a crown for that. It was £800. I remember saying at the time, if I'm dropping that much money on some Lego, I want it made for me. Do that. Send it to China and get it put. 800 quid. Why do I have to make it myself? Can I get a discount? So there we go. Oh, look, he's got his Millennium Falcon thing. Look at that. Either he's tiny or that is a huge beast. But again, 800 quid. I'd probably want it, you know, looking proper, not made out of Lego. Martin says it's a decent Millennium Falcon. It is, though. It is. It is. It could do the Kessel Run in probably over 12 parts. It's not the actual one, is it? I mean, number ridiculous. He needs to grow up, and Lego is Lego. Yep. Adopted kids, says Mr. Cuff. And of course he's called Malcolm. They're not his kids. That's so harsh. Of course he's called Malcolm. I can do an unwrapping of a chocolate bar if you... Well, wait, it's a different website, isn't it? That's a different live stream. We'll get that when we move across to Rumble like Liz Truss. Get some Lego teeth for next to nothing. Not a bad idea, is it? 800 quid. I could have had a Millennium Falcon for this. Malcolm can do the kettle run in under 5 minutes. Less than 12 parsecs or fewer than 12 parsecs? Discrete or continuous? Countable or uncountable? Oh, interesting. Yeah. What is a parsec? It's a distance of... it's a unit of distance, isn't it? So it's like saying meter, fewer than... Less than... It's less. Speaking of which... Kids sci-fi classic Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons has been hit with a trigger warning over its use of guns. Ah, okay. Well, that's... It's also a puppet, though, isn't it? So I hate to go, it's a puppet about it. TV bosses have issued the alert to viewers of the 1960s series, even though the weapons are tiny, plastic, and handled by puppets. Do you know, it's a difficult time to work out what to do on this, because the right in America used to be very much in favour of carrying guns. And right now, they have had a plot twist on that. They've done a 180 after someone they didn't like carried a gun and then got shot for it. So maybe... I thought I was being like this libertarian voice of, you don't need trigger warnings. If something's from the 1960s, it's up to you to remember that's not this year. You're in charge of knowing that. You don't need trigger warnings to explain, oh, things are a bit outdated when things had a different date back then, you fool. But now maybe guns the worst thing ever. Good, we're up to date. Pedantic grammar, says Joodles. I wanted... proper means. Don't be offended if we play the old jingle for that one, by the way, because Joodles has requested... because of the don't you mean voice. We will get that back at some stage. I think I can find it. All the old ones were loaded in here.
Don't you mean...
Look at that. Look at that. I've got the technology. Let's have a look. Of course, the problem with parsec being a unit of distance is covered in the film Solo, where you can see him take a shortcut. Yeah, it's a fudge, though, isn't it? And not like a Charlotte fudge. Well, it's a bit like that. Don't like it. You can do that run by doing a shortcut. I drive an Igo. I never do the same thing. I know it's a small car, but it can Do the Kessel Run in under 12 parsecs. Well, it's nippy, isn't it? Fits down the smaller streets. That's dull. So we've probably got one story left. Yeah, not great either. We're running out of good juice. Ops from 1.7 miles away. Surgeons can operate from up to 1,700 miles away using robots. I put this one in because we've known about remote surgery for a while, haven't we? A study found that telesurgery using a surgical robot via a secure video link was possible at an enormous distance. But why not 2,000? Hang on, let's read on just in case. Chinese scientists said it was not inferior to local surgery, but not in that accent, in a removal of kidney tumours or prostate glands. I don't know. If someone's trying to get to your prostate from 1.7 thousand miles away, and also if something goes wrong, it's going to be a long walk to complain. You know what I mean? They said it would help rural hospitals which lack specialists and patients in disaster war zones. Yeah, fair enough. If the disaster war zone has somehow landed on your prostate, yes, you're having a bad enough day. I think I can unreveal. That'll come up when we go over there. Yeah. What is 1.7 thousand? Hang on, stay there. I'm going to Google it. What is 1.7? I'm going to do it this way. 7,000 miles away from UK. I mean, no one's written that down as a thing. No way. Australia. All right, I take it back. It can't be that. Hang on. What is it? Name some places 1,700 miles from the UK. Please hold caller. New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago. So they're all just America. Everybody talk about pop music. No, that was a different thing. I don't know where it's sourced it's got its info from, but I think it might be M. So we're up to date. I think this is just some con job by America then, isn't it? To try and get in on our action. Just hope the Wi-Fi, says Chris Hood, the Wi-Fi doesn't fail halfway into your guts. That's true. They better have a VPN on. Visible, yeah, you know what? Oh, imagine getting hacked. Woof. Mr. Cuff says, does that mean that surgeons no longer need to come across the channel on dinghies? Yeah, we'll just give them a Wi-Fi, give them not a streamer, give them a router. Oh, no, that's exactly what you got in for. It's 1.7 kilo. What? Hey, what? Have I read the wrong one? Oh, I screwed it up. Was it 1.7K? I thought it was 1,000 miles. Either way, why is it not further? The internet. It's the internet, isn't it? We'll find out. It all seems like some sort of a big con job. Thank you very much for watching. Didn't get around to doing the plugs today because I don't know. What have I got enough going on with this. Charlotte did have one which I revealed saying, oh no, Joodle says he's obviously a virgin. That got held back. You were all being restricted, weren't you? You were, for some reason, the chat wasn't allowing people to make virgin jokes. Why did the chat think we better shield those from me? What does it think about me? Don't worry, she's been taking it off and draping it on the Hollywood sign, says Ems. We're talking about, whoever I was talking about, Sydney Sweeney, Sabrina Carpenter. I still can't tell the difference between the two. Every so often I do a bit of research, work out which one's which, and then I just forget it again. Oh, here's some of the held ones. What's the difference between octopi and those action mats your mummy used to put at the bottom of the bath when you were wee? Precisely. Neither is going in my mouth, says Joodles. Well, don't knock it till you tried it. Anyone want to see my newspaper clippings? Were you in the newspaper? Or have you just been clipping out bits from the newspaper? What kind of an idiot would sit around clipping bits out of the newspaper and expect people to want to watch that? Yeah. Sid's underwear looks like a mood killer. I've already revealed that one. Why is it? Oh, you typed it in again, I guess. And there was one about me getting my mouth rubbed. Well, we're up to date. Thank you very much. Chris Hood, here we go. You can't get a bell end through either. I don't know what through the chat. Why were you saying that earlier? Do I want to know? Sorry, I was out getting tickets for my superfans. Only superfans says proper memes. Well, I think we've, as ever, thoroughly descended into the kind of stuff that happens in this chat. Thank you for tuning in and watching a man who's only got half a face. It feels like it's gone all right, but I think when the numbness wears off, I'll realise this show has meant I've just bitten half my face off. Well, we'll see. A couple of weeks until we get this done, so look forward to that. It lands on a Thursday as well, so there'll be another show where I am facially anaesthetised. And that's not easy to say even when you're not like this. Thank you very much for watching. If you would in any way like to go towards the kofi.com/Mr. Stephen Allen fund for getting my dental work done, why not? They can do it from 1.7k away. I don't know. I like it when they're up close. That's what you pay. That's what you pay the 800 quid for, isn't it? I had a message. I had a message missing, says Martin. What was it then? What's go on? Let me know. I can maybe read it out before we go. Substack. I think there's some stuff on there, isn't there? Oh, my witch story. Have a little look at substack.com/@Mr. Stephen Allen. Bless you for struggling through to keep us entertained, says Joodles. If you enjoy the singing, then you also might need to seek medical help. Steve thinks he's Harvey Dent. Yeah. It's yeah. I should start flipping a coin. If I had one, I would. It's starting to dribble again. So, thank you for watching a man dribble live on the internet. Feels like that's a bigger indictment of you than it is for me. Don't eat bismuth, says Chris Hood. Yes. Although, bismuth subsalate. I think that's Pepto-Bismol. And also I could say bismuth subsalate, but I couldn't pronounce Sydney Sweeney. Weird, isn't it? The training's kicking in, that's why. I didn't study Sydney Sweeney for 3 years at university. Not at university. So anyway, we're up to date. Thank you very much for watching. I think we're all done. Tomorrow, we might be able to do one. I think we're free at 12 tomorrow. If you're available, we'll have a crack at it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.
Here comes the news with a twist and a grin. Stephen Allen diving in again.
Britain is in the
Almost
grip of a
daily,
vomiting
but
epidemic.
always
Find
sure.
nauseating TV adverts.
He'll hit your brain like a lightning spark. Stephen Allen, almost daily. Laughs and facts, served out plainly. Your dose of wit is never shady. Stephen Allen, almost daily.
Sydney Sweeney.